Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I recently turned 21 years old in lockdown. Now, turning 21 years old is a big deal in Western culture, and people always look forward to their 21st birthday. It's when you're finally allowed to drink all around the world and you're officially seen as an adult, and people want to kick it off with a bang. But when I hoped for my 21st to be a memorable experience, I was not expecting it to happen quite like this. So I thought I'd tell you what I did with my big day. My birthday is on the 19th of July, but we actually started it off on the evening of the 18th. I am spending lockdown here in South Africa on a farm with my neighbor's family. The farm also has a museum on it, which is obviously closed due to the current situation. And his mother was nice enough to offer to make my favorite dish for dinner. So the night before my birthday, we had Alfredo with ham in it. And let me tell you, it really hit the spot. We were gonna do it the evening of my birthday, however the neighbor's sister had to leave that afternoon. She is writing exams, and even though everything is closed down, her school is having her come through, wear a mask and write her test in person, so she had to go back. Therefore, we had the dinner the evening before so we could all enjoy it. And then everyone's very nice, everyone said they were looking forward to tomorrow and they hope I enjoy the day, and I felt all special when I went to bed. Then on the morning of my 21st, it was the first birthday where I got to wake up next to the man I love, which I guess is the advantage of quarantining with my boyfriend and his family. But I woke up first, so I got to chill on my phone a little bit, catch up on social media before he woke up and said happy birthday. Something that was nice is that I have a friend from the States, her name is Emma, and she said happy birthday to me, so I actually got to chat with her throughout the morning. And I haven't spoken to her in a long time, so I really did enjoy that. Then the neighbor got up and he made me a hot chocolate, which is my favorite hot beverage. So I got to have cocoa in bed. And then we decided to not have breakfast. We don't always have breakfast, and we didn't really have any breakfast plans. I was really in the mood for anything, so we chilled in the room. We watched some YouTube videos together. We watched this channel called Binging with Babish, so we watched him making a bunch of different types of food, and we really enjoyed that. And then because I wanted to look nice on my birthday, I decided I was gonna get ready, I was gonna get dressed, I was gonna do my makeup and all that. I decided to go for something pretty neutral on the eyes, just some wings and then a nice lipstick that stands out a little bit. My hair was in a braid, so it was kind of wavy when I let it down. And I decided to put on this poncho for the day. It's something the neighbor's mom gave to me, and I haven't had a chance to wear it because as we are in lockdown, there's nowhere you can really go to wear out something new. And it's something comfortable yet cute looking. So I put this on for the day, and it ended up giving me the look I was going for. And then I could hear there was something happening in the hallway, and we were told we're not allowed to go towards the lounge, and I was suspicious because obviously something's going on, but I wasn't allowed to check, so I waited in the room, finished up my makeup and all that jazz until they asked me to come to the lounge. And when I walked in, the first thing I saw were these two presents on the counter with a cake in the middle with candles on and everything, and everyone in the room was singing happy birthday to me. It was a lovely moment, I really did enjoy it, but I really like singing, so I almost started singing along happy birthday to myself just because I like singing with people. But instead I just smiled and said thank you, and then I got to go look at the stuff. In a little box that looks like this, I got some chocolates and perfume and goodies like that from the neighbor's family, which I really did appreciate. There was also some hand cream, some body lotion, some body wash and stuff like that. And then there was also a hamper that my mother arranged with the neighbor's family waiting for me when I came out. And it was nice getting a little touch of home from my mother because I have been in lockdown away from my family and I haven't been able to see them for months. A few weeks ago, we went back to our apartment in Pretoria to collect a few things and to clean up. My mother came through to say hi, but that's pretty much just an hour of saying hi and bye to my mom and my siblings. We haven't really gotten to spend good time together, so it was special to see that they put in effort as well, and I got to appreciate it during the day. I also got birthday cards from the neighbor's family and from my family, which I really appreciated. I wasn't expecting anything for my birthday because it is in lockdown. There's only so much you can do, so I wasn't expecting anything and kind of only hoped to get a birthday card. Then I got two and more, and of course I got a cake that was divine, and I got to blow out the candles. So that was a fun experience. Then we all made cappuccinos and coffee and tea and whatever everyone wanted. We went to sit outside and had some cake and just chatted, which was quite nice because with our exams that recently finished, the neighbor's sister's exams that are ongoing right now, and the parents doing their own work, we haven't had a time to all hang out together and chat other than having dinner together. And then we kind of watch series in anyways, so it was nice to get to sit and talk about whatever we wanted to for a little bit. We then grabbed a bag of carrots and went down to the horses we have on the property. It was the first time we actually got up close and personal with the horses, got to see them, got to say hi, give them carrots, rub them a little bit. And we spent a little bit of time there getting comfortable with them over the gate. A few days later, we did go in and get to ride them and everything, but it was fun getting to feed them and getting to know the personalities a little bit. We also went to a storeroom where we have a bunch of our own things we brought from our apartment that doesn't fit in this room I'm in, and we went through a few last things. I did most of that a few days earlier, but we were there in anyways and there wasn't a lot left to do, so I asked if we can go there. And amongst others, I found my box of sunglasses because I am a sunglass lover, so I have a whole collection of them. And I have exactly 21 pairs, so when we came back to chill, I, with my free time, decided to film a video, because that's what I do for fun. So I did a video where I tried on all 21 pairs of sunglasses. I told you a bit about where I got them from and where I wear them and what memories I have with them, which ended up being a really fun video. I kind of forgot how many I had because I haven't had access to them in a while. So it was great getting to rediscover some of my own stuff as well. I kind of had to film the video in 2 parts because in the middle of it we had lunch. We had bangers and mash with some veggies on the side, which was lovely and filling, and it hit the spot in that moment too. And then I came back to film some more. I also finished in the nick of time because, as I mentioned, the neighbor's sister had to go write her exams in person and we had to go drive her into town so a friend could pick her up and drive them all the way to where the school is, which is a good 2.5 hours from here. And because we had driven with the previous time we dropped her off, we decided to go again this time. Kind of so that we could just hang out in the car and so that the neighbor's mother doesn't have to drive back alone because it's quite a distance into town as well, which is the advantage of living on a farm. So while we were in the car, we talked about random things and I was knitting, which is something I got into not too long ago. I've been working on this for probably 2 weeks now. It's almost done. You cannot see the length of it now because the whole thing's not going to fit on screen. But I am knitting a scarf, which I know is not a common hobby, but for some reason I felt the urge to knit something. I've never finished knitting something in my life, but I've started knitting many things as a kid because my grandmother wanted to teach it to us. And I got to be all proud of myself when we got back because I actually did a decent amount in the car. Lame hobby aside, when we came back, we made a stop by the neighbor's grandparents. They also live on the same property and they bought a cake for me as well. So we went there to have some tea, to have some cake, and then the grandfather told us some stories about back in his day, what he studied and what postgrad options there were versus now, which is a very relevant topic because I am busy applying for my postgrad and we talked about it during the day. So it was interesting hearing his perspective, especially how things used to be back in the day. Then when we came back from that, we had some downtime again, so we just chilled a bit, chilled on social media, watched some YouTube videos again. I even started editing because I want to get some of my videos done. And it's also something I do for fun, so I'm glad I got around to doing a bit of that. And then when it was around 5 o'clock, I suggested we go out with the dogs. Here in the background is Duke, one of the 6 dogs here, and usually we go run around with them outside or take them for a walk with their leads. And I had just finished editing a video, so I was like, okay, I'm kind of like in between projects. Let's go out with them now instead of now, just as I get into it. And the neighbor went, actually, why don't we go down to the museum and go for a walk on the route there? And then his parents can take out the dogs and we can go have a longer walk there. And I thought a walk would be nice. I enjoy the days we get to do that, especially with all the nature and animals around us. So I was like, yeah, sure, let's go down, suspecting nothing. I thought he was just suggesting going to the museum because he knows I like going for walks and he was like, we can go for a longer one there. I had no suspicion that there was anything else in store, but when we got there and unlocked the door to the museum, there was a table set up with gin and tonic and 2 glasses with stirrers in them that were all nice and fancy, a bottle of non-alcoholic champagne because there's currently an alcohol ban in the country, and a can of Pringles and strawberries dipped in chocolate. I'm a big fan of gin and tonic, so we opted to have that and we put the non-alcoholic champagne in the fridge for another day. The neighbor insisted on making the drinks even though I used to work as a bartender, which I found very cute of him. Then we took the strawberries, a pack of chips, and went to sit outside where we could see the sunset. And not only did I feel special because of the setup I wasn't expecting and all the effort that went into it, but I also got to see some animals I hadn't seen on the property before. We saw a rooi hartebeest that kind of kept its distance but checked us out, made some noises at us and whatnot. We saw the horses because we were just on the other side of their enclosure than we were at earlier today. We also saw the roan we have on the property and a little baby one that's so cute with his tiny little horns. And we got to see a nachtopie, which was in the tree right above us, and he was very curious and not really afraid of us. So he got pretty close, checking out exactly what we were doing, jumping from tree to tree. It was a very cute thing, and I was glad I finally got to see one because I often hear about them being on the property, but I haven't actually seen one. So after another round of drinks and finishing up our snacks, we took all our stuff back to the house. I said thank you when I walked in and asked them when they set it up and how they did it and what chocolate they used. and they were very glad we enjoyed it. Then we had spaghetti and cheese sauce for dinner, which is a tradition on Sunday, and my birthday was on a Sunday, so I was very happy with that. The neighbors' parents were then very sweet again when they went to bed. They came to say happy birthday again, gave me a hug, said they hope I had a good day and all that, and then they went off to bed. Then the neighbor and I went to bed as well. I first took a few cool pictures because I wanted a good picture of my 21st, because I wanted something to post on Instagram. So I had fun with the neighbor, trying to position him and the camera and try and figure out who would take a good picture. He took a few of me, I took a few of him. Mine turned out like this, and I'm very happy with the picture. I'm glad we got it. Then I'd showered, washed my makeup off, got comfy in bed. The neighbor joined me, we watched a few more videos, we showed each other the funny posts we saved on Instagram to show each other, and then eventually went to bed. Now I know my 21st wasn't the most eventful one out there and I didn't get to see all my friends and family, but considering that we're in lockdown, I think it went pretty great. The day was a lot more than I ever could have expected. And yes, we have an advantage by being on a farm, that we can go to the horses, or we can go to the road, that we can go sit in the museum, and that we can see the grandparents on the property. I know not everyone has that much space to move around and do stuff with, but I also got to see how much you can do just by being there for each other and just showing you're putting in some effort. We don't really have malls around here, so no one really went shopping to get me gifts and stuff like that. I just got a bunch of treats like chips and chocolate and whatnot, which I'm not going to show you. I don't think it's about the specifics that I got, but it's the thought that counts. And I think you can do that if you're planning a birthday during this quarantine. Do something small that shows you know the person, that you care for the person, and you want them to have a good day. Like the drinks we had at the museum. The fact that they put out gin and tonic shows that they know my drink preference, and the fact that they dip strawberries, they know I love strawberries, and the fact that I got Astros because my favorite chocolate is Astros. And small stuff like the neighbor insisting on making my drink in the morning or making my drink in the evening instead of me doing it myself. It just made me feel special, and ultimately that's what your birthday is about. It's to feel special with the people you love around you. And I was lucky enough to get to do that on my birthday. So that is what I did for my 21st lockdown edition. It wasn't a crazy party, it wasn't necessarily one for the history books, but it's one that meant a lot to me. And I'm thankful to everyone who played a part of it because you could see everyone's input. And I thought I'd tell you what I did on my birthday because I had no idea what we would do. I remember the neighbor asking me a few weeks beforehand what would I like, and I couldn't tell you anything because we're in lockdown. What could you do in lockdown? I thought it was just going to be a normal day with the people saying good morning, happy birthday. I thought that was going to be the extent of it. So if you're planning a birthday, now you see that doesn't have to be the extent of it. You could do something for yourself at home and still make a birthday special for a loved one. Anyways, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye!